I'll keep this brief. Hello, I'm John Weeks, and here is your Cop26 roundup from the Evening Standard. On day 3 of the conference, it's all about finance. The Chancellor Rishi Sunak, holding his green briefcase, said his piece, as well as Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, on how financing climate change might work. Speaking earlier, Mr Carney said $130 trillion from private businesses will be more than enough to help the world stick to the 1.5 degrees target. He said a speech made by Greta Thunberg 2 years ago is what really prompted the big names in finance to listen.
2 years ago in the General Assembly, I think you were there as well, presidents, prime ministers, dignitaries, business leaders, and Greta Thunberg rightly blasted everyone. Words to the effect of, "You've stolen my dreams and my childhood." And right here, right now, is where we draw the line. Right here, right now is where finance draws the line, private finance draws the line. The $130 trillion the Chancellor announced is more than's needed for the net zero transition globally.
Rishi Sunak, meanwhile, announced plans to make the UK the centre of the world's work to go net zero.
Today, I'm announcing that the UK will go further and become the first ever net zero aligned financial centre. This means we are going to move towards making it mandatory for firms to publish a clear, deliverable plan setting out how they will decarbonise and transition to net zero with an independent task force to define what's required. 6 years ago, Paris set the ambition. Today in Glasgow, we're providing the investment we need to deliver that ambition.
The subject of climate change also made its way into the House of Commons as part of PMQs this afternoon. Boris Johnson was challenged on proposals for a third runway at Heathrow. But he argued green aviation is likely to arrive before any additions to the airport.
Mr. Speaker, what this government is going to do, rather than taking steps to damage the economy of this country, what we are going to do, which is what Labour would do, what we are going to do is get to net zero aviation, Mr. Speaker. That's the future for this country. Clean, green aviation. And by the way, I think that has every chance of arriving a lot earlier, Mr. Speaker, than a third runway at Heathrow.
And as COP26 continues, so have the protests in Glasgow. Today, activists campaigning against the Cambo oil field staged a mock ceremony featuring the Queen turning off the taps to the oil pipeline. The demonstration was held on Glasgow's Buchanan Street on the anniversary of the Queen inaugurating the flow of North Sea oil in 1975.
I pressed the gold-plated button to ceremoniously open the operation of UK's first oil pipeline. The United Nations report that we are shamefully far from track as a nation and globally.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, there'll be a bigger focus on energy and particularly coal. Energy ministers will speak at an event all about phasing out coal globally. Also, senior government figures and international organisations will announce new measures to scale up clean power more quickly. For the latest updates, visit the website standard.co.uk, where we'll be covering the latest from the climate conference in Glasgow. That's it from the Evening Standard COP26 update. Join us again tomorrow.